How y'all are? Today we're gonna be making that Cajun specialty jambalaya. It's one of the most beautiful things you ever did eat, you know? All right. Enough with the fake accent. Jambalaya is a traditional Cajun dish. Basically, it's a spicy rice and meat stew that'll make your eyes water and make your feet do a happy dance all on their own. First, and you want to do this well ahead of time, you want to make up a batch of Creole seasoning. Just mix all the ingredients in an empty jar and put them aside. The recipe only uses a tablespoon of it, so you can keep the rest and experiment with it on other dishes or keep it for the next time you make jambalaya. By the way, after mixing this all together and giving it a good shake, and I took a long sniff, note to self, when one of the ingredients is cayenne pepper, that's kind of a bad idea. I sneezed so hard my toenail shot across the room. Anyway, onward and upward. Here's the rest of our ingredients here. Okay, it looks like a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. So here's our ingredients all laid out and ready to go. First, in two separate bowls, you want to separate the shrimp and the chicken and mix them in with Creole seasoning and work in the seasoning pretty well there. What that does is it helps balance out the spiciness of the sausage, and it kind of gives the chicken and shrimp a fighting chance. Now go ahead and slice up the sausage. The recipe says Andouille sausage, but I use smoked sausage. You know, really any medium to spicy sausage will do. Next, you want to dice up half an onion, half a green pepper, and half a stalk of celery. I forgot to pick up the celery at the store, but you know, life's not perfect. Anyway, onward and upward. So here we are. Everybody's ready to dance. Let's boogie. In a heavy stew pot, heat the oil over high heat, then toss in the onion, pepper, and celery for about 3 minutes. Soften it up a little bit. Then toss in the chicken and sausage. Saute them for about 5 minutes or so. After that, add the garlic, tomatoes, and bay leaves, Worcestershire, and the hot sauces. Let that warm up a bit, and then you want to stir in the rice and slowly add the broth. Reduce the heat to medium and cook it until rice absorbs liquid, becomes tender, maybe about 15 minutes or so. When the rice starts becoming tender, go ahead and add the shrimp. I used cooked shrimp in this one just because they happen to be on sale. Fresh shrimp would probably be better. You want to cook until they're done, maybe 10 more minutes or so. At that point, you can season to taste with salt, pepper, and Creole seasoning. Alright, we're going to take a taste test here, but first, a history geek moment. The word Cajun derives from the word Acadian. Around about 2.5 centuries ago, give or take, in the northeast portion of North America, there was this place called Acadia, which is roughly the region around what's now Nova Scotia in Canada. As it was, these people and these people were always fighting over one thing or another. A bunch of these people already lived there, but then these people eventually won and kicked these people out. We hate you, we hate your language, now GTFO. C'est alors damned English. So the Cajuns took to the boats and eventually ended up here in the sometimes French colony of Louisiana. The kind and gentle folk of New Orleans said, "There's how many of you?" Well, tell you what, there's some really nice land west of here called the Bayou. Why don't you head on over that way? Just mind the gators and good luck. Well, zut alors, at least they all know English about. So they moved in, they got used to the place, the local food sucked, but if you had enough spice, it wasn't too bad. As it turned out, these people were still fighting these people over something or another, and eventually they decided to sell this place to these folks. Now, when these folks realized, hey, there's some folks already living here, they realized, well, you know, it's not like we're running out of room anytime soon. So everybody relax and just go back to your knitting. So the Acajians became known as Cajuns. They speak French, live in the bayous, make food that's spicy enough to melt your molars, and have their own unique style of music. Now, on to the taste test.
Anyway, moment of truth here. Oh yeah, that worked. One thing I would change though, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning. After I think I'd go with 2. Give it a little bit more. Anyway, good luck. Good eating.
C'est sans la vie que mon jeune pour courtiser ma belle.